Right guys, so doggy for tuning my channel, and this is a KIA CEED Estate, and the reverse light is gone. Now it only has one because the other one is the fog light, so it's only that bulb here. And I looked around how to change it, but it's kind of not possible from this side. So I just recognized those little flips here, and if you pop them down you will have a Phillips screw in there. So I assume if I screw them out, obviously don't do it with a tweezer, do it with a proper screwdriver, but I haven't got any of them on me. So those are the three screws. So I think if I take those screws out, I'm gonna be able to remove the whole light, pull it out, and just change the bulb. But let's see what happens. Unfortunately I'm filming and doing the job, so maybe not that convenient for you, but you will get the idea. And after this tutorial video you will be able to change this lamp, regardless if you good with your hands or not. So this is my toolkit. We're gonna take a Phillips, we're gonna take an extension here that goes into here. I put this toolkit link into the description, and also there will be the beer button. So if you feel that this video helped you and it saved you £20 what a mechanic would charge you, or 15 at Halifax, I said Hartford or Hellerford or whatever they're called, and the woman is changing it for you, would make you feel embarrassing. So I think it's better you do it yourself, and just hit that beer button and buy me a beer. I really appreciate that, you know, daddy likes beer. Well, as I said, if you have a screwdriver, then it's even easier. I haven't got one on me, so I have to use what I've got. But as you can see, it's happily coming out. Happily coming out as well here. And make sure you don't lose the screws. It's another one here. And those are little jobs which you can do yourself, makes you happy, and you can impress your girlfriend or your husband or whoever you might want to impress. Or you just save yourself money, because no mechanic will do that for free, except you know somebody. But you know, with the knowing somebody, it's always a bit like, you know, they want something back, always, which is fair enough, of course. But anyway, these little jobs can be done without anyone holding your don't want to use any bad words because it's like 9 in the morning, but your dangle do, you know. Right. Now, it's definitely not the best design in the world, because it doesn't want to move. So I guess because this is underneath this one, you have to take the two off as well on the top, which is in my opinion absolutely idiotic, completely unnecessary. But let's do it. Maybe it's not the way, but you know, I'm guessing as I go. So it didn't move, so let me remove these screws as well for good measure from the top. It doesn't take much time. It's just, I think design wise is a little bit unnecessary, but you know, everybody has a reason to do stuff, any manufacturer. So let's not put them down before we know we have the result. So screw out. Now all 5 screws are out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit of a Hungarian lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I shoved that in German as well, just for good measure. 20, 20 a segged látszik. Now, right. So 1, 2, nicht Polizei, 3, 4, 5. No? As you see, as I said, as you can see, this is here. This is here, this little whatever it is underneath. So it goes back into here, you can see. So you won't be able to take out the bottom if you don't take off the top, because absolutely idiotic. But hey ho, let's go. This is what it is. And now the bottom one should move, but I don't want to break it. So let me put that camera away, and then I use both my hands to pull it out. It's always good it's always good to do that anyway, because look at in 10 years the amount of stuff which is underneath here. So while you do it, do a great cleaning job, clean everything off, because you don't really want this, because it has a disadvantage. Now I know it sounds a bit weird, but I've seen it many times before. This is all dust and dyed skin from the atmosphere, you know, dust from the roads and human flesh and whatever it is. Yeah, obviously dried one. We changed our skins up to 8 times in our lifetime, so you always have a fresher skin layer. And a little seed blown from one of those plants, yeah, can come in here, start growing, and it grows inside. So it doesn't go outside, you don't see it. It grows in here anywhere, and without saying, it grows, and it actually can pop the plastic. So I've seen it before. Always clean this, because really weird things can happen in there. Now let's come back to the real thing here. Now this is the reserve light. What I recommend, just for position, either take a picture or a video, or take a marker, mark here with black and mark here with black, so you know the exact position of this. Because when you turn it, yeah, and you pull it out, you know, you might lose the orientation. It takes you ages to find. Now this screw, this lamp, you just pull it down and turn it. So now again I have to put the camera down, because I have to find the lamp. And this lamp looks good, but it was no reserve light. So now there are 2 options. Something is wrong with the reserve light itself, or the reverse light sensor in the gearbox. Could be also a fuse, or maybe this lamp is broken and we can't see it. But visually now it looks good to me. But let's see what happens. I also put in a link in the description which kind of bulb it is. Of course it's 12 volt. I'm not sure how many wattage. Maybe we can see it. 21 watts. And it has a number like H something, but I can't remember exactly. But I put a link into the description, so you will be able to find. But it's straightforward to buy, and don't use anything else, just eBay, because that's where or Amazon for that matter, that's where the cheapest bulbs are. Don't bother to go to Hereford or any other shop, because they charge double or triple the price. Bulb is replaced. Make sure that little rubber seal is in good shape, because otherwise from here the water comes all through here. It's gonna fill up your light with water. And now since you have this mark, you know this has to come here. In this case it's quite simple, but in some cars it's a bit fiddly, and then now you would know that this red mark here need to match up here, and you just stitch it back and you're home and dry. Now testing it's now very difficult, because I'm alone. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna film it. So via the camera I will see if my light is actually on or not. I put the camera there in the bush, run the film, and let's see if the lamp was the problem, or maybe we have another issue. Right guys, so let's put on the car and let's see what happens. Right guys, so you've seen it before me, if it's working or not. So I have to now rewatch this video. No, I'm just cheating. It did work. I seen it through the cabin. So as simple as that, and that's how you save 30 quid. And now you put that into place. Put that right on the top, so it will hook up here, and you back home and dry. Everything is nicely back, and all it left just put on those screws, and please don't even try to take this out alone. It's not gonna work. You have to take both out, which I believe it's a rather silly design. And why didn't they do it the other way, that this one is on the top? Because the possibility that the lamps are out here are much higher, because there is only one lamp. Yeah, so there are several others. Here you have the indicators, you have the brake light, you have the reserve light, and so on and so forth. So instead of having a chance that three things can get wrong, or one thing can get wrong, how is the possibility that those go wrong? So the possibility that any of that goes wrong is 3 times as high as this, isn't it? It's very basic math. Not that I'm great in math, but I can work that out. So not really a great thought through design. It's easy to change, I'm not denying it, but as a design, as an engineering, to take this off, it's completely unnecessary, because it's 2 screws. But if you take those 2 screws off on 2 million cars, well, that's a lot of hours, isn't it?